Welcome, beautiful souls, to the Power of Ra, and thank you for watching. Today is another day to be thankful for life. It's another day to be thankful for me and be thankful for you. I just hope that all of you are doing well in raising your energy. Today we are on another journey to learn about our outer life. And first of all, I would like to introduce myself to you. I know that my YouTube is going to be 4 years old this year, and I have never told you who I was, what is my job as the spiritual person. So you might be wondering like who I am, because it's good to know about the person who delivered the service. Okay, and the reason I never introduced myself and the position of the spirituality is because I was going through the training. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I am trained spiritually, and I am out now to train people. So all this time I have been talking to you, I was still going through training. So all this time I was talking to you, I was sharing to you what I was learning about spirituality, the change in my life, Those are the things I was sharing with you. Right now, I am the best person to train you spiritually. So that is who I am, and that is my name. My name is Atieng, okay? And I'm a spiritual trainer. I am a teacher. That's my job. I am not a pastor, but a teacher. Okay? So, thank you very much. You're going to watch this video. I appreciate your support. So, today, we are on a journey to learn about our outer life and inner life. Because the best place to start in achieving the spirituality is to know how things came here. Because how things came here is how you're going to make your way back to the high God, high spirit. So today I decided to talk to you about our physical world, which is our outer life. You see, the physical world is the world that we see, and the real physical world is the energy. And in the reality, the physical world is not real. The physical world is just an illusion. It is a dream. Like when you go to sleep at night, you see a dream. This is what the physical world is, and it is our outer life, because it is energy. It's energy from God. Okay. So, when we become spiritual seekers with the goal to become one with the high God, our mission is to understand our eternal life, because this is where we start raising the energy. This is where we start raising the energy to go to where we become one with the high God. So we want to understand what is our outer life. Our outer life is the step down energy from the high God. the process of life to come to this world, the process of the soul to come down from heaven to live in the physical world, was to step down the energy from the high God. This is how we got to have a physical world. The meaning of stepping down the energy is that the step down energy doesn't have the qualities of God. The step down energy, which is the world, it does not have the quality of God. That is why I call it the step down energy. It is something lower. Just like the Bible said, and just like other teachers said, that the world is a step down. Okay? And then the high God, which is the spirit, which step this physical world down, came and live in it. It is like the high energy step down into the lower energy, which is the physical world. Okay? When the soul steps into the low energy has its own laws. In the higher energy, which is the original God, there is no laws. But in the lower energy, there are laws. Because there is no power, there is no knowledge, there is no understanding, there is no wisdom. There have to be laws to guide the souls. So when the soul enters the outer physical, the soul would lose its nature. And this doesn't mean like we know what it means when we say that something is lost. When we lost something, it means we lost it, we can't find it. Okay? This saying that the soul lost its nature is not about the soul lost its nature. It's about the soul is not allowed to express its power, its knowledge, its peace, its love. Okay? The soul wants to do what the lower energy requires it to do, what the lowest energy requires it to follow. There is no other God that can guide the self. Okay? It's just the self that set this system that way and wanted to follow what the system say. So when the soul enters the physical world, it is like if the soul has got lost, and that way we come from with the sleeping soul. It is like sleeping. It is completely forgetting who you are. Okay, it is completely losing the identity of self. Okay, so when the soul comes to the world, okay, many will become blind. All they see is the world, and that is what we call blindness. Okay, so in this matter, the soul want to go back to where it come from. Because some soul, they will come here and take long time getting lost, experiencing hard life. And when the time is up, they want to go back to where they come from. And that is what we call rising the energy. Okay? Rising the energy is finding the way. Okay? Losing interest on the world, and then you start finding the way back to where you come from. So when the soul rises from the world, okay, this means the soul trying to remember, okay, who they are. They become to understand that the world is not true, it's just an illusion, you know. They become getting losing interest in everything they're chasing after, because although the soul was chasing after, they are just with the soul. They are in the peace, they are in the love, they're in the joy. And that is when the soul will start to turn within, okay? And within is another energy zone, which is the mental zone, the third eye. The third eye will give you a perception to see with insight. The third eye will give you power also to know the thing in the past, the thing in the future, in the present. And the third eye will give you power to create. And this is how people manifest things. Okay, they manifest things through the third eye. And the third eye is not a destination. God itself is the knowledge. It does not see, it just knows. Okay, so that's the reason many of us will just, when they enter the third eye, which is the mental zone, they will stay there because they will find everything there. They will find rich, they will find everything they want because they are able to create. And that is what the mind do. Okay. The mind was able to create the world. The mind was able to create the sun in the sky. So all the creation, the physical we see, it came from the mind, from the intuition. Okay. So rising from the energy, from the lowest world is overcoming the spiritual blindness, overcoming fear, overcoming the jealousy. And the highest lower energy that we target is fear, because all the lowest energies, they are rooted to fear. When we handle fear, okay, then we achieve the calmness. And the calmness is peace. Okay, the calmness is peace. How we achieve the calmness? We achieve it through meditation, some kind of deep breathing exercise that you can do to slow down the body, the lowest frequencies of the body and the mind. The mind also needs to be calmed down so that you are able to see, for the third eye to open. Otherwise, if the mind is always hallucinated in those lowest energy, we cannot access the third eye. Okay, so we access our inner life through meditation, and our inner life is the third eye, which is the mental zone. Our outer life is this physical world, and that those are the two lives that we have, the internal, external, and the self. Okay, the internal is a step down energy also from God, because the mind was the first frequency to be created by God. Okay, that is why it called the inner life. It is our inner life because the mental zone, the mental energy is what creates the outer energy. So we rise from here to go back to where the physical life come from. It's about rising from the second outer life to the inner outer life to the self, which is the spirit. And we get there through meditation. We talk more on this next time. Enjoy, have peace, and be well. Peace. Don't nyale ke wake.